about we go for a swim and a few battles in the swimming pool as well? As you can see, the gym is very different from what it used to be, but still, I don't think we can call this a gym puzzle. Now, I promised that in this video I would mention the trick that allowed me to catch Latios a little bit less painfully, and oh wow, actually used Disable. You know what? Just in case it goes for that move next turn, I'm gonna go for Psychic, because I don't think, Thunderbolt wasn't going to one-hit KO it. Gotcha there! Otherwise, it would have had a turn for free, so... Yeah, good thing I actually saw it coming. But yeah, the trick to catching Latios with a minimum amount of pain is that, well, what you gotta remember is that in this game, runners do not change routes when you go in and out of a building. Now, this actually includes toll booths. So what this means is, for example, what I did was that I kept going in and out of Route 6 from Vermilion, and then whenever Latios was on Route 6, 7, or 8, 5 doesn't work because if you want to head to the tall grass on Route 5 and you don't have Rock Climb, you are going to need to take a few steps in Cerulean, ruining the whole thing. But for Route 6, well, obviously you're good because you're on it. Route 8, you're going to need to have something with Cut in order to be able to get to the tall grass. Route 7, you're okay, but the point is that if it's on any one of these 3 routes, you can head straight to those routes without any risk of Latios going away to another route. As far as I can tell, it never happened to me. But yeah, this allows you to cover 3 routes instead of 1 at the same time. And if you wait until you get Rock Climb, you can actually cover 4 routes, since Route 5 is now an option. So basically, the trick amounts to abusing the fact that Saffron City is entirely surrounded by toll booths in order to cover all that ground at once. There was also something else that I wanted to point out. Something that I've read, and I haven't seen it on Cerebi or Bulba Garden yet. So even if you keep up with the news, this might actually be the first that you've ever heard of it. But what's going on is that there is going to be a new set of Pokemon keychains released in February in Japan. There are 6 keychains in that set. 4 of them have been revealed. They feature Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, and Kyurem, so it's likely to be somewhat related to Movie 15 in a way. Since everyone's expecting Keldeo to appear in that movie alongside the Musketeer Trio, of course. But yeah, on the page of whatever this was taken from, there are actually 2 question marks for the last 2 keychains. So it's highly likely that one of them will be Keldeo, and the other one could be the widely speculated and assumed Kyurem alternate form. A lot of people are expecting that it will happen because of Kyurem's lower stats, as well as the fact that it has 2 signature moves that it doesn't have access to right now. So yeah, it's going to be something to keep an eye on, those keychains, because it might be that there will be a reveal related to these keychains, considering that they actually went out of their way to say that there were 6, but 2 of them, we don't know what they are just yet. So if I had $1 to bet, it would probably be on a Keldeo and a Kyurem alternate form. So I believe that this was the last underling in the gym, so that means we're ready to take on Misty, I guess. Let me think. Yeah, I have 4 Thunderbolt users, so I am not really expecting to struggle against her. Now, I'm gonna go for Raikou. I'm gonna need a little more offensive oomph than what Lapras can give me, because Misty probably has all kinds of attacks, not just water and ice, which Lapras can take all day. So, yeah, here we go. Now I believe her lead is another Golduck. Don't quote me on that, though. Just going by my memories from the old days. Yep, I was right. So, let's see. Lapras couldn't one-hit KO that level 46, 48 Golduck later on. But level 49 should be easily within Raikou's reach thanks to superior attack power. And stab on Thunderbolt. There we go. Golduck goes down. Up next is Quagsire. I'm gonna go with Gengar on this one because, as I said, I got 4 Thunderbolt users, but even with all that, it's still not going to be enough to even do 1 HP of damage with an electric attack. So let's go with Shadow Ball, see if it survives. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, actually. Yeah, it survives and useless special defense hacks, or maybe not because it's actually using Amnesia, which probably would allow it to survive another Shadow Ball if I didn't get that hacks on the first one. So let's see, is that going to be enough to kill it? Yep, probably just barely, though. So, up next is Starmie. Oh, I'm going to send back Raikou in the fray because it actually has a decent shot at outspeeding Starmie. Let's see what level it is. 54! Wow, I have a 2-level disadvantage, so... Oh, wow, I actually outsped it anyway. I'm sort of surprised because if there's something Starmie is known for, it's that it's a speedy little bugger. And, of course, one-hit KO since it's fast and powerful, but it's anything but bulky. Now, Lapras. I could do it. I could make it a mirror match, but then again, I'm not too confident, considering that Lapras does learn Thunderbolt, so it goes both ways. So I'm keeping Raikou in. Let's see how much damage this does. A lot. Is it going to kill? Nope, not quite. And at least Sing misses, but looks like we're looking at a full restore situation here. Yeah, there we go. Man, this is long. It's another thing I like about Black and White is that HP depleting and replenishing takes a lot less time than that. So when you end up against a Pokemon with as much HP as Lapras does, it's definitely a godsend. Another full restore? Gosh, how many does she have? Okay, fine. Keep using Thunderbolt. Again and again and again. I can keep this up all day. I have still how much PP left? 10, 11? I don't care. Oh crap! Oh crap! I actually clicked on Crunch. That was my mistake. Sorry. Oh man. I hope it's not going to be too costly, though at the same time, oh man, I was thinking maybe I would be able to kill it with Thunderbolt without having to deal with yet another full restore, but Crunch probably didn't do enough damage to do that. Oh, so close! Actually, it would have been pretty fun if it did just a little bit more damage, so that Thunderbolt actually could have KO'd it, and nonetheless, this is probably something I should have thought of a bit sooner. Not use Crunch, but maybe Shadow Ball and then finish it off with Thunderbolt to circumvent any further full restores. That's what I should have done after the first one. Anyway, doesn't matter. Very, very easy battle. So this is badge number 12 for us. The Cascade badge. And I think I'm going to get another TM to go along with that. Which one is it going to be? TM03, that's Water Pulse. So, yeah, I don't really recommend using that move when you have Surf at your disposal. Obviously, I'm not sure why the game gives such a bad TM to you this late, but oh well. Now, there are quite a few ways we could go. I could head into the Diglett's Cave and go to Pewter City from there, but there is something else that I want to take care of first. Sorry about that, I don't know why I'm, well, not necessarily burping, but, so something's going on in my throat whenever I make videos these days. But anyway, what I meant to say was that I want to finish this sector of Kanto first. And as such, there's an area where there's a whole lot of trainers that we can fight, ranging from Route 11 all the way to 18. That's 8 routes full of nothing but trainers that we can tackle right now to gain some levels and such. So that's what I'm going to be doing first. Now I'm going to heal my Pokemon, and after that I'm just going to go to the PC because I realized after editing the last video that I actually forgot to take the leftovers away from the Snorlax that I caught, which was part of the reason why I wanted to do it right now, because leftover is a very sweet item. So let's just grab the leftovers, and okay, now we're done. No! Sometimes it asks continue box operations, and sometimes it asks if I want to leave the PC. So it's really inconsistent, but I don't really care either way. Okay, leftovers, I'm going to give it to Tyranitar. It has a hard stone. Oh, so this is why Stone Edge did so much damage to that Snorlax. Okay. So, now that I'm in Vermilion City, that's why I flew here in the first place, because we're going to get started on Route 11, then we're going to do 12, 13, 14, 15, to end up in Fuchsia, and after that I'm going to do the cycling road area. So, that's going to be how it's going to go down for the next few videos. Lots and lots and lots and lots of trainers. And it's almost going to be reminiscent of that one section in the Emerald LP where I did the sea routes, except I'm going to be standing on solid ground, not water, so there's going to be a lot less random battles to deal with. Now, I have a couple minutes left, so there was something that I wanted to talk about while finishing up the Ocarina of Time LP, but I guess doing it here will have to do since I never actually found the time to mention it. If you remember, I had originally intended on waiting until... I don't know if you remember, guys, back when I was finishing up my Pokemon Red and Ken's Labyrinth LPs. Hold on a second, isn't that where... Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it was where Suicune was when I first disembarked from the SS Aqua. But anyways, I was saying, it was in, early 2009, March or April, maybe. I got plugged by a fellow Let's Player named Jamo2000, and he was working on Ocarina of Time at the time. And out of respect and gratitude for the guy, I had decided to not... touch Ocarina of Time until he would be done with it with his own LP. However, I eventually decided to say screw that because prior to me actually starting the LP, he had only uploaded like 2 or 3 videos between the time that he plugged me and the time where he actually where I actually started the LP. So, if he's going to update it like once a year, I decided, that I'd get started on it anyway because there was no sense in waiting for an LP that would probably never finish. And as it turned out, well, I was right, because ever since I started my LP, he has not updated his at all. He's moved on to other games. It's not... I'm not trying to insult anyone here. I'm just stating the facts. He is entitled to do whatever he wants. He has his own agenda, and I have to respect that. But it's just to say that had I really kept on waiting until he actually finished the LP, well, I would have probably been waiting until I started having white hair. And the sad part is that all that was left to do was Ganondorf's castle. He was like this close to finishing it. So for the longest time, I thought maybe, he's coming back to it sporadically, and maybe he's going to finish it one of these days. But that never happened, and as a result, how long my LP ended up being, like over 8 months, including like a whole 2 months and a half where I didn't post a single video for it. And I still finished it first, and it was just a little story I wanted to share, in case maybe you aren't aware of what was going on in this channel when I first started LPing. Okay, I think we're gonna be done here today, so next time don't expect anything flashy. We're just going to be fighting trainers, and more trainers.